I still hear the sound of the shovel hitting the ground at night, even when I'm far from that place. I grew up in a small village near the forest, the kind where everyone knows your name and your father's mistakes. We had no king, but we had a royal family that people still respected out of habit. The prince was the only son left. His name was Cade. People called him the Quiet One, but that was just a polite way of saying something was wrong with him. I used to work at the old palace grounds as a night guard. It wasn't really a palace anymore, just a big house with cracked walls and empty rooms. Cade lived there alone after his parents died. No wife, no children, just him and two old workers who came during the day. At first, nothing seemed strange. My job was simple. Walk around, check the gates, and keep watch. Cade barely spoke to me. When he did, his voice was soft, almost too calm. But then people in the village started to go missing. Not many, one person every few weeks. A young boy who sold groundnuts, a woman who fetched water late, a drunk man no one really looked for. The kind of people whose absence didn't shake the whole village at once. Still, we noticed. Rumors started, but no one said anything openly. In our place, accusing someone from the royal line is not a small thing. The first time I felt something was wrong was one night during the rainy season. I was doing my rounds when I saw light behind the old storage building. No one used that place anymore. I thought maybe someone had broken in. I moved closer, slowly, trying not to make noise. That's when I heard digging. Not fast, not panicked, just slow, steady digging. I came around the corner and saw him. Cade. He was alone, digging into the wet ground with a shovel. His clothes were clean, not like someone working. And beside him was a sack. It was moving. I froze. My heart was beating so loud I thought he would hear it. I should have called out. I should have run, but I stayed there, watching. He stopped digging and looked up straight at me. I told them not to come at night, he said, like he was talking about goats. I couldn't answer. He walked over to the sack and kicked it lightly. It moved again. A soft sound came from inside. Not loud, like someone too weak to shout. That one followed me, he said. Curious boy. I felt my legs shaking. I wanted to run, but I couldn't. He smiled a little. Not wide, just enough to show he was not bothered. You didn't see anything, he told me. Then he picked up the shovel again and kept digging. I left. I didn't even remember how I got back to my post. The next morning, I told one of the older men in the village. He just looked at me for a long time and said, "Keep quiet if you want to live long." That was the answer I got. The disappearances stopped for a while after that. People said maybe the bad spirit had left the village. Some even said the prince had prayed for us, but I knew what I saw. I tried to quit the job, but they told me to wait until they found someone else. Nights became heavy for me. Every sound made me jump. Then one night I heard the shovel again. This time it was closer to my room. I didn't go out. I stayed inside, holding my breath. The next morning, one of the day workers didn't show up. No one talked about it. A few days later, Cade came to me himself. "You look tired," he said. I didn't answer. He stepped closer. "You should sleep more. Night work is not good for the mind." His eyes stayed on mine too long. Then he added, "And don't wander where you're not needed." That same day, I packed my things and left without telling anyone. I went to another town, found new work, tried to forget. But months later, I heard news. The old palace had burned down. They said it was an accident. Kerosene lamp, maybe. Cade died inside. Some people said it was justice. Others said it was a tragedy. But an old man who came from my village told me something else. After the fire, when people went to clear the land, they found bones. Many bones. Buried behind the storage building. Small ones, big ones. Too many. Now, sometimes at night, when it's quiet, I still hear that slow digging sound in my head. And I keep thinking about what he said that night. You didn't see anything. But I did. And I don't think the fire was the end of it.